Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm CashMMT. I'm going to be your commentator for tonight's match here. We've got ourselves Saltcrew facing off here with Bird Lickers over in ESEA's main division, and it should be a good one for us here. It's the final week here of the regular season here, and both teams are going to be eager to try and get another win on their record here while they can, as playoff standings are kind of on the line here. Will Saltcrew be able to get the job done, or will Bird Lickers find it? But speaking of the progress up to this point, Saltcrew, they're 6-6 up to this point, and they've been pretty red hot as well. They had a 4-game win streak that unfortunately ended at the end of last week there, so I'm sure they're eager to get back in the win column. On the opposite side, Bird Lickers sitting at 7-5 here, slightly positive through their matches here, and really have looked pretty strong through their last 2 wins as well, which was something that caught my eye. But enough about the backstories, time for the present here. We got ourselves some vetoes for tonight here, and it looks like Bird Lickers not wanting to play an Ancient here tonight. Saltcrew taking out Dust 2, Bird Lickers taking away Anubis, Saltcrew taking out an Inferno. Even another round of vetoes there. Bird Lickers not wanting to touch Nuke, Saltcrew not touching Mirage, leaving us with Cash here, which I am so excited for. It's actually the first time I've seen it this season here, so hopefully it'll deliver. But with similar records up to this point here, it's kind of hard to tell who's got the immediate edge here, especially with it being a best of 1. We'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out. But looks like we got all 10 players in the server here. Shouldn't be too much longer till we get the show on the road. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Alright, here we have it. Knife round to decide who's starting where here. Looks like Bird Lickers drawing first blood there, following up with the second and even the third here. It feels like they're going to get to opt on where they want to start, but hold on. FreeDotWilly with a 2-piece, Huey with the trade back, and it's all said and done. The Bird Lickers. CT side or T side here? Feel like I haven't watched enough here to really be too educated on my guess here. I would feel like a map of Cash here would be a little bit more CT-sided, as sure we'll see them choose that here in the beginning, but still just speculation across the board. Really milking it there, taking their sweet time, and indeed, they do opt for the CT side there. A little bit of attack here for Saltcrew to start things off. Sides all swapped up there. Sorry about that. There we go. Time for action, and here we have it. Diffuse kit over on Reham there. Smoke as well. Lots of utility for Saltcrew as well. 4 sets of smokes. We'll see how they set up all this utility. A lot of bodies heading over towards A. Bomb as well heading towards Squeaky, while 2 players head over towards B. A first wave of utility in towards this A bomb site, and it's going to draw a rotate from the Bird Lickers, pulling off a B player, but you see that B player kind of shuffling back after the second wave of contact is made here, and will the double fake work to perfection? It certainly seems like it, as the player from A leaves his post, and J Pussy and K Pussy able to get 2 frags here over towards the B bomb site, and the ruse is up. But Summers, he's been patiently waiting, hiding over towards quad, and nobody's cleared it, as that's going to be the bomb planner drop. FreeDotWilly closes the gap, finds a frag, but 4 more to find, and Rickster is going to shut it down. Bird Lickers with the first round of tonight. And Bird Lickers chance here to go 2-0 here as Saltcrew forced to save here. No bomb plant, no real kills. Just going to be better options to go for it in this second round, and the waiting game is definitely going to be their best friend. One Tech 9. That'll be the heavy hitter. FreeDotWilly can find the right range here to get it into the action. There's only one player on this B-bomb site, as an early mid setup from Birdlickers might allow some free real estate over to Saltcrew and FreeDotWilly. Right on cue, trades out with that Tech 9, and with QE also finding a frag of his own. It's an overextension though, and the T's are going to get back the man advantage as the bomb goes down. Still though, a smoke salvage, and this critical choke point over towards tree smoked off for the time being, as time now becoming a problem for Birdlickers as they're locked out of the site. And time, a very precious commodity. Down goes Rickster. This is certainly being heard, and QE just loops around from the side. Gunk with a barn burner of a headshot, even follows up with a second. That is going to be Saltcrew finding a way to steal that second round. I was saying that was Birdlickers all day long, but a weak B defense and Saltcrew, they just take advantage. Birdlickers. I think I just heard timeout. Nope. I think they're typing to one another, false alarm, but that's definitely going to be a little bit of a stinger there. It felt like the CT side could have built up a foundation, but they just let it slip away. Singular scout as well here on Reham. Fully invested for the side of Birdlickers as... Was this the game plan, or is it a little bit of a tilt buy? I'll let you decide. Saltcrew. The 3 rounds that we've seen so far here, they kind of got a pack mentality here. Pretty much everyone over here towards A, and utility lined up. Molotov lands towards quad, and slowly but surely they're inching closer and closer. A tag from Reham there. However, inch by inch, FreeDotWilly eventually closes the gap here and guns down Summers. Just the spam from Devin. No eyesight, no problem, and Gunk as well. Bullets finding a home there, but no kill to be had. Ooh, a nice frag there. At least one kill coming through from the Birdlickers. Off the back of that trusty old 5.7. Pocket rifle, as they say, and Devin. Great round from him there, getting 3 in total. Assault Crew, they take the lead with 2 in a row. Without having saved in that last round here. Birdlickers. Now they'll have to do so here in Saltcrew. It just gets better and better by the second here, as it feels like 3-1. It's in the cards. Quickly over through mid. FuzzyHat tanking the Molotov there. Over a little bit of inconsequential damage, however. Over towards B, a 3-man push from Birdlickers. Revealing that they're heavy over on this right side of the map here, and Saltcrew, they just look to gobble up that A-bomb site in response. Smoked off, a dink actually lands, and oh my god, J Pussy just threw the smoke, tracks him down, and Rickster as well combines with them, and out of nowhere, FreeDotWilly wondering, where did my team go in the 1 versus 5? He's able to find 2 though, transfers over to the 3rd, and there's too many bodies being thrown at him. Oh my god. Master's curse is real tonight here. Another round where it felt like it was a clear cut on how it was supposed to go, but the opposite end wins it out. Birdlickers able to get a second. Everything thrown out the window. A crazy sequence of rounds here, and we're only 4 rounds in. We're still anybody's game. That's mid control. Established from the CTs here as Birdlickers. They do have a 2-man setup. A little bit of a defaulty approach from Saltcrew here. For the first time, it feels like we see them kind of spread out here, slowly working their magic. towards spools. He's temporarily preventing the double peek, and Reham, I think he's been spotted. Actually, no, he has not. Just swings out, and FuzzyHat caught lacking there with utility in hand. Still committed towards that position. Has a smoke of his own here, and he's not able to press the issue quite yet. And QE. It's a critical frag to find here. Wins his duel here, and 5 versus 4 triples into the 4 versus 4. Only 1 kill out of the B anchor, and Devin. Another big moment for him. Another very impactful frag, and with the bomb going down here, it's gonna have to be a retake in the 3 versus 3, and Birdlickers contained. Grenade damage. Softening up Summers. FreeDotWilly finishing what he started. And Devin again. Can't get his name out my mouth here as he even follows up with 2 more for a hat trick in total. And Saltcrew just right back to their winning ways. Not deterred by that little bit of a misstep. Back in round number 4. They come alive here, and Birdlickers got a little bit of a rainy day fund here, but they're pretty much all in here. What I'm trying to hint at there is, it feels like whoever wins this round here will definitely push their opponent onto a save here, as it might be worth multiple, but keyword is certainly might there after what we've seen tonight. Early mid onslaught kind of favors Birdlickers there off the back of utility damage. You see Gunk chipped away, QE as well. Still, all 10 players alive and kicking in the server. Such a hard fight to take. CT peeking into boost here. QE looking for the engagement, but Bulls player aware of the risk, not offering up the duel. FreeDotWilly though, able to make it out, but it's all a bait here as over towards Fent here. Reham boosted up, flanked from the side, and the man advantage here in the mid round here for the Birdlickers. Oh, that is greedy though. Double dipping, seen jumping out here, and somehow just barely able to get away with his life here. Rickster though, no barely's on this side of the map here. Wins his duel cleanly, and he's just getting better by the second here for the side of Birdlickers. Oh my god. Again from J Pussy. Right through the smoke. I believe that's the second or third time he's already done it this game here. And Devin passed with an impossible 1 versus 4. Or is it, as 2 players go down and 2 to find? Being surrounded. Devin knows he's over towards ESEA-Main. It's a slow peek, and Reham not slow on the draw there as he pulls the trigger, wins it, and Birdlickers able to respond. They tie it immediately back here, and back and forth we go. Like I was alluding to previously, finances on the line there, and indeed, Saltcrew. The money has been exhausted, however, the Tech 9 fund's still there, and everyone's stacking up inside of B-Main. Can you blame them as well? Their eco-round conversion came off the back of a B play just like it, but this time Birdlickers, at least 2 players tucked in the sight in this round. Rickster, though, taxing them at least 1 and even calling for backup here as look at the mini-map. Everyone just in position. Crossfires on top of crossfires still, though. True reinvestment's going to be forced. And Saltcrew does put the Tech 9s to work, and KP here Able to hit the flick shot there. Style points to finish it off there, and B closed for business. The lead taken back. For how long can they hold on to it, though? That seems to be the million-dollar question of tonight. Taking it one round at a time here, and taking it one round at a time. Faster play of this mid pressure here from the side of Saltcrew. This time the Birdlickers not really too interested in fighting in the early stages of this round, and Devin makes some space over towards Vent. Summers just standing in the open there without the mid support. Will go down. Crazy spam damage coming through. It's a dink through the wall there for 50 points of health back. And oh my, FreeDotWilly, I think he spotted JP kind of lurking through that smoke there. Whatever it is, he finds him. But one kill from the CTs, turns into 2, turns into 3, and Rickster having a moment, just lurking through that tree smoke, even able to follow up with a third, but QE, maybe he could do one up. However, easier said than done here. AP, that AWP there, shuts him down, and 1 versus 2 has no more life in it. Just another one where it feels like it's coming down to the wire there. Tense in the early round, tense in the mid round, but play there. Coming through from Rickster as shines in the spotlight. Money still not really in the right spot here to get the full AK-47s going. Still on the pistols and armor, and a swing of Devin there. Will net nothing. Him and JP just having a field day over towards mid. Into the meat grinder they go, and FuzzyHat having a rough start to this game here. It doesn't feel like this is going to be the moment to wake up in the 1 versus 5, but JP, 3 in total. 11 and 6 as well here on the CT side. Birdlickers expand that lead. And a pause coming through. Saltcrew gonna reevaluate. Look to approach these final 3 T rounds with something different. Personally, I have not really spotted too many weaknesses over towards Birdlicker's CT side, but maybe Saltcrew will have a little bit better of an eye for it here. Seeing them kind of heavy towards mid or B in the early stages of the round here, so unless you kind of want to gamble, guess where they're going to be, it's going to have to be a tactical round from Saltcrew, and spamming over towards mid is a little bit of a distraction for 2 players to get boosted up top. Side of Checkers, FreeDotWilly just getting a freebie. It's JP. Finding out that fire is hot here. The flash takes forever, and FreeDotWilly not even blind as well, as that's a free frag for him. Crosses over towards Checkers as well. Based off Rehem's crosshair here, he hasn't expected it, and however, it's been spotted. The utility actually trades it post-mortem here, and still another player on site here, but run down by Devin. This round pretty much done and over. Rickster. Nice little parting gift there. A frag cutting down the lurk player. 3 more to find here. Surely it'd be in his best interest to try and hang on to this AK-47. Priceless to the CT side. However, he commits to the bottom of Vent. It starts to duel away. And Gunk, first line of contact. Doesn't immediately take him out, but it doesn't matter. Softens him up, and Devin. A huge moment again here from a Saltcrew member. This time, it's Devin just to step up. Finding 11, 12, and 13 in that round there. As he hits 13 and 6. That feels like maybe, just maybe, Saltcrew Smelled some blood in the water over towards that B-bomb site. It feels like they've had a lot of success heading over that direction. Will they follow up, go for it again here, or Birdlickers get a heavy reaction because of it? It doesn't seem like it in the early stages of this round as mid control, the main target. Molotov lands from the CTs here, but Gunk does not respect it. Runs through the fire and flames and at least finds one kill before being taken out. A little bit of an early simplification, as I like to call it here. 4 versus 4s are certainly tricky. Definitely a different beast here than those 5 versus 5s. Oh, a little bit of a bait and switch setup there. I love that there from Birdlickers. Got a player showing those feet. Swings for it there, and Birdlickers set him up. FuzzyHat. Able to be traded out with this A site player, and with knowing that 2 players were last spotted over towards B, the bomb site is looking ripe for the picking. Plan is successful. Toxic barrels jumped up on, but Devin, aware of the angles, aware of the gaps in the smoke here, and is able to get the frag. The 2 versus 2 getting tense by the second, or is it Kiwi? Amazing nade there. Within the gap. Here, and a player looping around. Oh my god, KP able to just adjust there, and Devin left empty-handed. Bomb's gonna be tapped, however, just toying with his food. Kiwi knows that he can't defuse, and the swing, it comes in, doesn't matter. KP's dead, just a formality. Sticking it in. Kiwi, just by staying alive, not peeking, not giving him the fight here, just leaves it not up to chance. Solid fundamentals. Playing Counter-Strike by the book, no doubt about it. And Saltcrew, off the back of their tactical timeout. Been 2 in a row. Looking good as well. A dominant 2 in a row here, I should add here. Is that weighing on the shoulders here of Birdlickers as they enter the final round of their CT side, or just another day in the office? Will it be the old 7 to 5, or Saltcrew continue onwards? Ooh, that is a great grenade. The follow-up just as money and Gunk. Down to 4 HP without even seeing a player, and Kiwi, usually the boosting man. This is the initial first try, however. Goes at it a second time and successfully makes it up. A player is in a forward position though from the Birdlickers, so something to watch out for if Saltcrew look to expand upon mid. But the kill coming from the hands here of Devin, things might have just gotten easier and easier, but JP seeming to be the all-seeing eye here in the server here for the Birdlickers, shoots over from B, gets a kill and shoots back. And indeed, that forward position that I was referring to, I mean, the Birdlickers have not played this at all this half here. Surprises Saltcrew, and the man advantage turns into a man disadvantage. A lot of bodies for the CT side over here towards A, and with the bomb over towards B. There's a small window of opportunity, and Saltcrew looking to gobble it up over JP. Again, just rotates central. Catches the player in transition, and cover fire from FuzzyHat does work for damage and does work for at least enough space here to get the plant down, but Gunk gets gun out actually, and all of a sudden finds one. Can't quite take out JP, and JP just 4 kills. Huge moment to step up here. And Birdlickers can thank him for yet one more round here. CT side. Battle of the carries, it seems. Who can backpack harder? Devin 15 and 8, JP 15 and 8. Definitely the key players to be watching in this second half. However, still, with the Birdlickers opting to have started on the CT side, they're kind of symbolizing that, hey, we're a little bit more comfortable on the defense than we are than the offense. Sorry, words are hard. Maybe it's something here Saltcrew try and pounce on, but who knows at this level of Counter-Strike. Sure, nothing is going to be all too bad, really, from either side. Got ourselves a little bit of a pause coming through. I believe it's a technical one as well. No player has disconnected, but not ideal. We'll say that. A very intriguing CT buy, I should say, here from Saltcrew. Set of dual Berettas. 2 sets of utility. Only 2 sets of armor. It feels like something tactical being pitched to the squad. Yeah, not sure. Hard to tell with the HUD as well. Haven't really been hearing them type as well, so I'm not sure. Your guess is as good as mine on what's going on. Good old cash. Definitely been delivering. My hopes were high for this map, and even if the second half fizzles out here, I think we can all be happy with what we've seen so far. Setting the bar low, I guess. We do return to business here and pause. Comes unpause. Railing by 2. Saltcrew. They would love to just start off the CT side with a victory here. Make things so much easier than going down to that 5-8 or 5-9 scoreline. I'm sure they don't need me to emphasize that there. They know the stakes, they know what's on the line here, and utility used over towards the B-bomb site. Also a reaction out of Saltcrew though, as their precious Molotov has been exhausted. And the bomb as well being carried away from that B-bomb site, actually over towards A, and this could be exactly what Saltcrew were hoping for, as that set of dual Berettas and 2 other players are right behind it. Right as I say that, they start shuffling away, heavy over towards B, and breaking point. Feels like we're moments away. FreeDotWilly, the man to watch, and those dual Berettas able to get 3 just like that. Round over unless the trade can come in, and sure it does, but not before FreeDotWilly gets 4 in total. The one-man army, that's why they drop him it, and just all 4 of those frags were just so lightning fast as well. Makes it look so easy on very challenging weapon to use. Incredible. Exactly what the doctor ordered here for Saltcrew, and able to start off the CT side with a victory here, as a chance now to tie it right back, as it's going to have to be an eco round here from the Birdlickers. Over in that first half here, let me refresh your memory. Just because a team won pistol round doesn't mean they won the second round here, and surely it doesn't happen twice in a row. Huey though, dancing with the devil here over towards B, as 2 tags land on his body, down to 35 points of health, but still kicking. Player has been boosted up inside of vents. Saltcrew looking to try and show this fight early on, as maybe it'll set things up for later on throughout the half. Nothing too insane going on other than that B main peak here. Kind of just a little bit of a slow con here as Birdlickers to exhaust any early round utility from Saltcrew. Really about the only weapon they have in a round like this here. Do some financial damage, but side events. Oof, Gunk waits for his right moment still. Rickster ready for the swing, gets dinged, but it's not gonna matter. And Kiwi ready for the B push coming his way. The MP7 is money. And Reham done and dusted. The feet of Gunk there getting tickled. However, still alive on 25 points of health, and even goes back in for follow-ups. 3 in total, and the vent diver makes it happen. Just clean shooting across the board here. It's going to be a bonus round now here for Saltcrew as the SMGs look to get recycled. Absolutely. The dream start to a CT side. Collecting pistol. Collecting the anti-eco as cleanly as that here, and will it get better and better, or will Birdlickers use these AK-47s? My immediate impression here of this T side from Birdlickers is very slow and tactical, and oh my god. However, slow and tactical is not going to work here if you aren't holding everything in FreeDotWilly. Sneaky gets boosted over and gonna catch Rickster lacking. I love the speed at which he did it there. An early round mid boost is just so hard to pull off. It must have been a self boost in all honesty. I don't think two players got that close in that amount of time. However, speaking of two players close range, there is a crossfire set up here from Saltcrew, but they have to actually swing into it. Still just swinging into him. FreeDotWilly and Devin able to get both their respective frags, and Birdlickers wondering where did we go wrong. That Dink traded out here. Sure, JP able to get a kill in this 1 versus 4, but on 11 points of health. Really just a forced rebuy on one of these Saltcrew members, and FreeDotWilly puts an end to the madness as he just swings out and makes it 3 in total on the round. Another big moment from the individuals of Saltcrew here, and the individuality stepping up in key moments. The MP9s thrown on the ground, some AK-47s now thrown into the mix here of Saltcrew as this gets better and better. I sound like a broken record, keep repeating that there, but really want to bring it up here on how impactful it can be. But hold on, the Rec 9s here, but they wreck the day here. Saltcrew, the first frag is definitely something to report. They're getting in towards the A-bomb site, but with FreeDotWilly getting 2 frags in response before being traded. Still a little bit of a coin flip in the 3 versus 3 firepower. Big issue though, and Summer is now revealed over here towards 4. The fight doesn't go his way, and Gunk swings in, confidently guns down Rickster, and Kiwi as well. Says, hey, I want in on the fun. Guns down KP, and Birdlickers. No more to be had in the 3 versus 3 as they get shut out. Nothing, absolutely nada out of this T side so far here from Birdlickers. Still though, another complete buy for them, and maybe they could change that stat here, but Saltcrew just hungry for double digits. Mid onslaught favoring the CTs, and the just utility is really just a distraction for FreeDotWilly just to push through Squeaky, and I love it. Especially after just showing that mid boost in the previous round here. They're gonna be a little bit more preoccupied on that push specifically, and just caught lacking again. So I'm pretty honed in on that push here, but it's actually a mid-brawl here that technically works out a little bit here for Bird Lickers. They go 1-for-1. The double swing into Kiwi, though, but Kiwi able to hold his own. Takes one to the grave with him here, and JP, what are you made of in the 1 versus 2? Talking about how he's been the star player pretty much up to this point here for Bird Lickers, but requiring really the most that his squad has asked out of him up to this point in the map. Uh-oh, Devin just inches out, angle by angle, and JP just caught in the open. Do nothing. And Saltcrew, ever since the sides have swapped here, they have not looked back. 5 straight down the throat here of Bird Lickers, and Bird Lickers must make this buy work. They have to. Otherwise, it feels like Saltcrew might be on the verge here of a 13-7 scoreline. No timeout. Really lick their wounds as well here. Just thrown right back into the gauntlet. See if anything different occurs. A pretty defaulty approach here from Bird Lickers. You're seemingly trying to hold everything. Try and catch a CT pushing something in this map here, but this time Saltcrew kind of aware of the levels of what they've shown up to this point here, is playing pretty reserved here towards the bomb sites. Utility on towards A. Calls for a little bit of a counter response from Saltcrew. Second player does shoot over, but doesn't actually commit as everyone goes back to their post. Still, no clear indicator on where it's gonna end. JP, though, LCA anchor flushed out and even catches FreeDotWilly trying to shuffle into sight right as that truck smoke fades. Dunk, though. 1 kill from him, from his rifle here, and Saltcrew still in contention now in the 3 versus 4, but Bird Lickers able to carry that bomb over here towards A, and Gunk going for a play. Is anyone watching it? Indeed they are. Rehem coming off the plant, gets his gun out in time, and the clean sweep dreams through the CT side unfortunately have come to an end here for Saltcrew, but able to at least salvage 2 of their guns here. The rebuy won't be as expensive, and Bird Lickers not going down without a fight. Again, just JP from Bird Lickers really do the heavy lifting. That double kill in towards the bomb site is really what allowed for this situation to unfold. And can Bird Lickers rely on him round in and round out to make a move like this, or is it just a one-off pop-off moment? That's the question in my mind at the moment. Saltcrew, not a big deal. No harm, no foul. Everyone gets their full rebuy, and there's probably about another buy in their tank here if Bird Lickers are able to streak. But certainly not getting any easier here for the T side, CT side. That CT side foundation certainly showing its colors now. Ooh, the swing from JP. But it's just questioning what was he capable of, and gunning down Kiwi with no response, but FuzzyHat, the man for the job. Making a lot of noise, and Squeaky Door is going to hear it, however blundered as FuzzyHat. Felt like he was a fish in the water there, dead to rights. Gets away. Molotov forces the Squeaky player to either kind of draw back or only peek from that right hand angle, and Trickster opting to just fade away, this cover kind of being blown. Or has he, as he kind of walks back forward, and the bomb being carried over here towards A. Bird Lickers. They had success in the previous round. Can you blame them? Looking to run it back here, and man, stronghold from Saltcrew. It's going to be easier said than done to take out, or is it? Trickster 1 trades out. Let's trades out Summers as well, and Gunk Made good on his money there with a second frag in the round here, but it might not even be enough. Climb up FreeDotWilly. Oh my god, he even dinked the other player, but KP, it was through the corner of the wall, and Devin in the 1v1. Maybe, just maybe, the Rehem. This is such an awkward angle to be in, and Devin, you could see the way he was aiming more towards the right there. Can't react in time, and Rehem, holding his nerve, closes it out, and Birdlickers, 2 in a row to thin the gap. High game now on the cards here. The final buy in the bank account of Saltcrew here. And man, oh man. Just when you thought it was all coming to an end. A second wind here from Birdlickers, and Huey. Balls to the wall. You gotta respect it here. Last time taking that fight, he got his head blown off. This time, he absolutely gets the better of JP there, and with KP on the other side of the map, gunned down by the double op setup. 5 versus 3. Definitely feels like all Saltcrew all day. The playmaker gone as well. That's the other thing I really want to emphasize here. 3 versus 5. Maybe there's a chance they could split up these CTs, get a post plant down, but someone is going to have to take the reins of this round here and make it happen if so. 45 seconds on the clock here. Double nade into that truck smoke here, revealing that Birdlickers are not actually committed over towards A as the 5th player rotates over towards B. Gunk in a reactionary spot here gets the better of Rickster. Just a raw aim duel as the player comes out, and Saltcrew furthering the lead into the 5 versus 2. Operation Save the Guns here from Summers and Rehan. Not much else really go around that follow-up round here, as these 2 guns will certainly come in handy. But Saltcrew able to evade the storm here. Able to get back to their winning ways, and now at 11 here, match point, the tips of their fingers. Engine absolutely at its maximum here, and Birdlickers, they're looking to put the pedal to the metal here. No time to waste. They're all in, full buy on their backs here, and a lot of players heading over towards A early on, and double nade up towards the front of A-Main, however. Not the aggressive move from QE's op, and FreeDotWilly this time in the right spot at the right time. 2 kills shotgun hopping. Trey does come back from the 3rd man in, but FuzzyHat at least taxing another in QE. Wall banging away Rickster as Rehem 3 to find. Ends it to a 1 versus 2 here, and maybe, just maybe, there's a world where he pulls this off. Gunk and Devin attached at the hip of one another here. Avoiding the trade here. Gonna be easier said than done, and it's kind of a messy cross smoke. The flash is gonna catch him as well. Timing couldn't be any worse for Rehem as he just peeks full blinded. And the teamwork in the later stages of that round, able to pull it across the line, and Saltcrew match point in their back pocket, and having just gone all in that last round as well. Money not magically coming out of nowhere here. The best that they can do is 2 Galils and AK, missing a little bit of utility, and a few seconds wasted as well as Birdlickers a little frazzled coming out of spawn. And again, it is just so tilting through the eyes here of Birdlickers to die again to a self boost coming over through mid in the early stages of a round 2. FreeDotWilly just getting away with murder. That was JP as well. Of the hopes and dreams here of the Bird Lickers just been squandered by that singular frag? I certainly think so. What a game from FreeDotWilly. 25 and 15. And it feels like a lot of those frags have been just high impact as well. Moment after moment. First blood after first blood is probably a better way of putting it. Huey, in his defense, he did get team flashed a little bit there. Summers didn't get blinded and actually runs him down trying to get out. All of a sudden, Reham. A frag onto Devin, and have I gassed him up too much here? Now in the deficit, the 3 versus 4. And Summers doesn't allow Gunk that space over here towards headshot. Well, able to persevere. Bird Lickers live to fight another day, and with a devastating starting frag there from FreeDotWilly. Bird Lickers say play on. Exiting over towards B main. I think, yep, footsteps have been heard. However, heading over towards T spawn is definitely going to be the safer route, we can see. Maybe the wraparound from spawn, though. However, attention turned, and yeah, Willie, does he know a spam? I don't. Looking at the wall. And a later stage swing coming through. FuzzyHat went out on top there as Rickster will meet his untimely demise. Still, no times for celebrations here for Bird Lickers. One of the required 3 that's needed just to force out overtime, and even then, not a guarantee. Good chances from Saltcrew. Can they get away with an early push again, or has that run its course up to this point? Doesn't look like anyone's necessarily really going for it, or are they? FreeDotWilly over there towards Boost. Actually, let's offer up a fight. Eventually drops off it here, and this time not caught lacking. Bird Lickers avoid giving up the early man disadvantage. Kind of shuffling over towards B, it feels like. No one over towards that A side of the map here, and Bird Lickers feels like they're pretty committed. Currently only 1 player on this site as well. Players within reach, though, over towards Vent, and Huey, the 1-man army, does deliver, and just gonna buy some time here to loop around towards Tree as well. The swing comes in. I just love it. Just so mobile here from Huey, and again, just works as a distraction here for FreeDotWilly to drop through Vent. However, missed shots left and right, and all of a sudden 3 frags in the blink of an eye, and Bird Lickers down in the 2 versus 2. Low HP for Reham, and he's taking an aggressive duel. No trade potential, just leaves JP on his lonesome on the site. Over JP knows where one of these players are coming from. The grenade kind of pushes JP out, but with FuzzyHat checking the flank here, it's still unknown where he's gone. And time ticking away. Follow-up grenade. This one will actually hit, and closing the gap. Devin will land the headshot, land the frag, and gonna get the defuse. The Saltcrew. Tense game really from start to finish. Finishing out 13 to 10. Quick little tab check before it goes away, but geez almighty, FreeDotWilly 26 and 16, still Devin as well. Kind of stuck in his shadow a little bit at 22 and 12, a big game from him, and really was the battle of FreeDotWilly versus JP. It felt like all match long, but crazy. Definitely delivered there, and really off the back of that CT side streak at the start of that second half, it feels like that was the difference maker that really put Saltcrew ahead of the Bird Lickers. And that's the way it goes sometimes here. The GG's really to both sides there, as I think that's going to be the end of the action up to this point. If you all enjoyed the broadcast up to this point, Till next time, I'll take care.